I want to certainly welcome our Minister for Agriculture here today, and he came with short notice, and fair play to him, and I think he's doing a very good job around. I would also like to welcome all the officials here today, and I just the first thing I'd just like to say is that as a farmer myself, I've seen huge changes down through the years, and could I ask now the new minister coming in, whatever scheme comes out first, will you please make it easy for us to fill up the farms? I think it has been detrimental. I think you have been very hard. I think you've been cruel on me as a farmer and all my colleagues in making it so difficult. And the proof of that is that when I started off in farming, you'd have an agricultural advisor and you'd ring them for advice. And now, there's nothing that we can do on our own without having agricultural advisors and everything. Why do you make it so complicated? I've given a long number of years storing up this stuff, and now I get an opportunity to ask it today on behalf of farmers. And it's very serious. It's very serious because it's not fair to farmers. And the other thing that I don't like as well is hanging this little carrot over you. If you do this, we'll cut your single farm payment. I always refer it to my mother, Lord of Mercy, would start off in September, October, whenever she get away with it. If you're bored, Santa won't be coming. That went on the whole way till after Christmas. And you're the very same with us. And while you're laughing, Minister, it's not a laughing thing. There's an awful lot of farmers out there take huge umbrage to that, and they're right to take it, and I'm one of them. Anyway, that's enough of that at the moment. What I wanted to say is, first of all, I know that the Minister has a huge task in front of me. He knows that I have said it to him, both publicly and privately. Like, we have the 4 schemes, like the cap, the Mercosur, the nitrogen, and the derogation. And on a bad day, on a good day, we have problems with every one of them, trying to get them over the line. And I accept that, but I know that we have to ensure, from our point of view, that we make you accountable, and that that we have to try and make sure that we do everything that we can. But what I would like to say is, on the water quality, because I'm a dairy farmer myself, like, the things are improving hugely out there. The last 2 tests done by the EPA, great results. So therefore, like, we're on the up. We've spent hundreds and thousands of pounds on improving yards to improve water quality and all that. And I think that you have a very good case there. I would like to say that on the cap, there's no room. I'm sorry to say this. There's zero tolerance. And I don't want to be putting pressure on. I have to put pressure on the Minister. We want Pillar 1 and 2. MFF will not be good for the Irish farmer. It will not be good for me. So we want Pillar 1 and 2, and that's it. Because if you look in and read into that MFF, that will not be good for Irish farmers. And you know that as well, Minister. And I just want to say that, I give you all the support in doing that. I suppose on the Gaelic too, can I just say this? We get nervous when we start telling us what to do about sides. We'll get into that in a second. But I think the most welcome statement that was made here today so far is what? The Minister present said today there will be no fines under Gaelic 2. That's what you said, Minister. So we'll hold you to that in your opening addresses there. You're
paraphrasing now.
No, not paraphrasing. I hope you have a tape. Go back. That's exactly what you said. So what I'm saying to you, you did say it, and I'll quote you for next. But what I'm saying is,
you will not have constituents back here next year who fall foul.
You said that there'd be no fine, because I attended the meeting in Athlone. And I just want to say that there's all different views out there. Farmers again coming out of that meeting, terrified what was going to happen. Because as you know, traditionally in farming, we all knew the land like the back of our hand. We knew what was the wet field. We knew what day of the year you could go out. And farmers we all had to get used to being told when to spread down, when to spread slurry, when we could go out. You can go out on a wet day if you like, because it's within the calendar farming. And it takes a huge generation of a mindset to change what farmers did down through the years, because it was handed down from generation to generation, and you know every spot in the field, and that's why there was so much resentment and change, and people found it and still find it so difficult. But I would like to say that in parts of it, like, that we have seen it has been good, but there's parts that has really been very difficult. But I just want to say a few things, Minister, to you as well. Under the tillage, can I just say this to you, right? Is it 2 million that's paid to tillage farmers? That was €40 per hectare, right? As part of the budget 2025 earlier this year. Is that ring fence for the next 5 years? And can I ask you this? The tillage area is likely to decline this year again, right? This is very important for you officials there now, right? The number of farmers in tillage is falling. You can see that yourselves, right? It was 334,450 hectares, and it went down by 30. That's gone down, and it's going to go down again. But yet you were saying that you were going to have an increase of 360 hectares. Unless you put something in there very quick, Martin, you're not going to meet your climate targets. You have no hope.
Can I ask you, what was the question you had before that on funding?
I can get one of the officials to answer.
No, if you want it.
No, sorry, I just missed the question.
When I asked, is the 32 million paid to tillage sector, right? We paid the €40 as part of the budget 25 earlier this year. Is that ring fence for the next 5 years? That's what I wanted. That's the question. Is it ring fence for the next 5 years? Now, the other thing I would like, the crop diversification rules appear to be having a negative impact on the tillage area. This is one for the officials that came up with this. Many farmers are reducing their crop areas, and I can see that every day, that they do not have to comply with this rule. It now appears the rule is not required in Ireland, and so therefore the liens for sectors are in, that are in trouble. Will the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine try to remove the rule from the cap, all right? Now, in case my time runs out, I want to go on to the TV, all right?
Over a minute.
Yeah, Jesus. You were flexible earlier on. I'll be as quick as I can. I have 2 minutes, he says. Can I just say this to you? TB, this is the one most pressing thing in every one of my farming colleagues' mind at the moment. Every farmer out there is terrified of a TB test at the moment. Now, I've gone through years and years and years, and we never had that at home, that we'd be afraid of it. It was more the nuisance of it, having to get cattle, and all that. But this is, and you're talking about the mental strain on farmers. This is it. I'm telling you, this is it. There was never, ever such an outbreak of TB. And I say that to the officials. It's all gone wrong. It's like a runaway train. And the mental strain from farmers with getting 10, 20, 40, 50, 60 cows down, not being allowed a second blood test and in the blending blood test themselves. You're going to have to roll out something. You're going to have to help farmers, and you're going to have to point their mind at ease. But more importantly, more importantly, Minister, more importantly for you, there's a farm for a bullock that went down, all right? And you're a farmer, all right? There's the result. 3,685 was what the value were put the bullock down at. There it is there, all right? Now, this bullock went to the factory, all right? And the bullock killed out 810 kilos live weight, all right? Your value that you negotiated at the department-wise was 532 a kilo. That animal showed no allegiance whatsoever, all right? They checked, no, I'm going to finish on this one, right?
You're leaving no time to the Minister to respond.
That animal that day, Martin, if you were selling them out, your farm was €8 a kilo, all right? That was the pricing. That came to 3,752. Look at the value. In fairness to the man, the value, he's only €70 out. But Martin, here is the problem.
Minister.
That man,
Minister to respond.
that man on that main farm there, right?
Deputy.
You owe him €780.
Deputy,
and I want
you're
to make
leaving
the
no
point,
time for the Minister
I
to
want
respond.
to make the point here today to you, all right?
Deputy.
That man in the... No, this is important. That
you're
man
leaving
in
no
the post
opportunity to
got
the Minister
a check,
to respond.
Right? Got a letter back saying, please find enclosed check for €3,000 for your animal. And the man lifted the phone and rang the department and said, I'm owed €785.
Thank you, Deputy.
Right? This is very important.
Deputy.
And you know what the department told him?
Deputy,
that
no,
the ceiling
please.
was
Deputy,
€3,000.
stop,
And they paid
Deputy.
no more.
Deputy,
That
I'll suspend the
animal was
meeting
his
unless you're going to
animal.
stop, Deputy.
I would just
Please
want to
stop,
ask you
Deputy.
that
I'm going
you
to...
answer that
The
question
meeting
for
is
me, please.
suspended.
Sorry? I didn't even hear you. What'd you say?